So let's talk about today what we're going to cover. We're in Pillar 8, which is the last of my 8 pillars. And generally speaking, this is practice management. I will call it what gets measured gets managed. Now, I'll apologize, I've been losing my voice today, so I'll see what I can do. If it gets too wonky, we'll figure out another solution. Maybe we can do shadow puppets or something. But welcome, everyone. My name is Jeff Borschowa. I'm an author, an educator, coach, and consultant to the accounting industry. I specifically work with successful accountants who want to be more successful. And part of that, we're looking at the technology that you're using. How do we help you run a better practice? I've got 25 years in the industry myself as an accountant, and I'm now focused exclusively on working with accountants, helping them grow their practices. In that role, I've become a huge fan of social media and how it can help accountants grow their practices. So we've already covered, as I said, the first 7 pillars. Today, this is really arguably the most important pillar. The other ones I believe are all very important, very essential, but today is important because we're, number one, setting our goals. So where do we want to go? Where do we want to be? Number 2, we're tracking, are we getting closer to those goals or not? And number 3, we're evaluating any of the changes that we made in the first of the pillars in order to see how those results are helping us, or if we're not getting the results we want or need, what else can we do? So there is a nice little tie-in. This is the wrap-up pillar. So let's jump right in, and we're going to talk about critical success factors. So what do you need to do in order for your firm to be successful? We'll talk about key performance indicators and how you can create them. And then we'll do a little bit of a conversation about client selection and ranking. And then last but not least, we'll talk about leveraging the cloud. Goal setting is a big part of this, but we'll get to that as time permits. And then, of course, we'll wrap up with a little bit of homework. So critical success factors, this to me is a very, very important area. And for some reason, it's one of those areas that most people just don't pay any attention to. And it's interesting because I think a lot of accountants, they think that, you know, the critical thing, the core function that they need to handle is getting the work done, and that leads to their survival. The reality is a critical success factor is more important than just getting the work done. It's things like customer service. It's, you know, how do we engage our staff? How do we engage our clients? So really, again, it's the core functions that we need to do well in order to survive. And basically, you need to see and have a clear vision as to what it means for your business to succeed. So I find a lot of accountants will say, well, what's, you know, the critical success factors for the firm down the road? I'll just copy those. The reality is your definition of success, your goals for the firm, those should be unique to you, and those are going to determine what critical success factors you want to measure, you want to track, you want to improve. So as a business owner, you should ask yourself and your team what leads clients to choose your business in the first place and to stay with you. Some people call it unique core differentiator. To me, it's just what makes you unique. And the reality is your goals will, the goals for the business, what you define as success, will impact what critical success factors are. So some of the areas that I think we should look at in our practice, customer satisfaction. The reality is we don't sell time, we don't sell accounting services, we sell peace of mind. So our ability to instill confidence and reassure stressed out clients is very important. Perception becomes reality, so we need to ensure that our clients trust us. So customer satisfaction, huge critical success factor for most firms. Pricing, this is an area where your choice determines what you focus on. So you can either compete to be the lowest priced service provider in the market, You could be mid-range, or you could focus on premium pricing. The pricing strategy that you ultimately choose will impact the critical success factors that you focus on. So, for example, a low price provider has to focus on speed and cost. It's all about how quickly can we get work done, how cheaply can we get work done. A premium provider, on the other hand, you need to focus on quality and customer service. So, just want to make it clear that your pricing strategy will determine ultimately what you're focusing on. Accuracy. Now, this is an important factor, but not the most important. And it's interesting because I think most accountants would say accuracy is the most important thing. What really matters is the clients care more about a relationship and how we fix errors rather than about us avoiding errors in the first place. Now, obviously, avoiding errors is the goal, but having said that, if we do err, as long as we fix it, clients will be happy. And again, your pricing strategy, if you're a low-cost provider, you're probably going to have some more errors. If you're a premium provider, you probably can't afford any errors. So, of course, you need quality control. It has to be excellent. But the biggest thing here is treating the client with respect and fixing errors promptly. That goes a lot further in the client's mind than not making mistakes at all. So, again, it's how do we handle those mistakes? And then the last thing I think that's relevant or important for determining critical success factors is staffing. If you have staff, clients are very sensitive to the number of staff people that they interact with, especially if they're building a brand around a premium pricing model. So you should strive to ensure that your most valuable clients have a consistent team to serve their needs. So those are just 4 factors, but as you can see, it determines really the direction of your firm. So again, if you've got differences in one of these areas, someone else's critical success factors aren't going to be the same as yours. So some of the questions you should be asking yourself are, what leads clients specifically to choose your business? What keeps clients engaged with your business? What do you think you do that is unique to your business? And what are your primary unique critical success factors? So focusing on what's unique about it. Now, the key thing is, this is what's critical to our success. Once we know that, we should be setting goals around how we can achieve that success. And the goals will then be measured